My day is going great, Dark Velvet. How was yours? Okay, so you all see the title and the caption. Today I'm going to do a reading on Normani and RCA because I don't know if anybody else have been hearing, but it's been a lot of rumors going around that she may be dropped. She's coming out with an album sometime for spring. The RCA's colorist, all this other stuff. But I just was like, I love my girl Normani, and I really want, I hope for the best for her. So I really wonder where her career is going after this because I heard she was thinking of leaving music even to start doing acting. So yeah, I just figured it would be a good thing to do and some great practice for me as well to kind of just look into this a bit more and see exactly what Normani's future at RCA holds. And then we may get into a couple of other things because I believe like isn't Latto, Doja Cat, Chris Brown are all signed to RCA, and they dropped Tinashe like years ago. But yes, so I just figured it would be good to get into all of that. So before I get started, let me just say my prayer, and then we'll get right into it. Here for Normani. What is RCA's energy? But usually death in reverse seems like, oh, they're not moving, but it seems to me like they're not changing. Maybe they're steadfast focused on something. With Normani getting the Queen of Cups, yeah, it just feels like, let's see here. Oh, the energies between them. I have the Ten of Cups. Well, this kind of came out last. These all showing on there? Yeah. Oh, it's a lot of cards here for you. And most of them in reverse. So I got the Page of Coins, the Ten of Cups, the Four of Coins, and then the Queen of Swords. Definitely need to silence my phone before it tells all my business. Okay, so for me, it just seems like Normani is tapping into like her creative bag right now, and they're steady telling her she can't do things, which is nothing new when it comes to the music industry. You oftentimes have top execs that want you to kind of like follow a certain blueprint, or we want you to do this. They kind of just they want the face of the artist and maybe some of the attraction that they have with them, because Normani, in her own right, is she's a pretty good star. Most people like to compare her to an influencer, but I think it's just that kind of thing of like maybe they want her face and they want the following and things that she have because they feel like it's a sure way of getting money. But I think right now they're probably thinking that their investment in her isn't. They're not going to get a good return on investment if she doesn't do exactly as they say. And I think they kind of just need to like let her be and let her focus on exactly what's the music and the art that she wants to do. Because so far, I mean, none of them have failed really, except for maybe Fair. But as me personally, Fair was a good song. But yeah, it just seems like they don't think it's going to be a good return on investment. With this Four of Coins here, yeah, they're being stingy about stuff, about the budgeting. I think right now some of their bigger artists, Doja Cat comes to mind. I think they'd rather put their money where their mouth is and spend more of it on her because they know they're going to get it's an assured thing. Like, I know I'm going to get my money back on her. She's a big star right now. And I wonder if there's some family issues maybe that's coming up, because when I see the Ten of Cups, that always kind of makes me think of like, I don't know, maybe if there's some inner, like internal infighting that may be going on. Oh, the music is a bit louder. Let me turn it down. I just happened to look over and see it. Okay, how does that sound? Do you hear me a little better now? Turned it down a bit. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if she did the same thing, like drop an album and run. I could definitely see her doing a burnout, like she gets burnt out, kind of like a scissor thing. But I think there is some internal infighting that may be going on at the label as well, just because of this Ten of Cups card that's here. The Page of Cups is kind of like, with it being in reverse, is I think Normani is ignoring a lot of advice that upper management, which I would say is this Queen of Swords, I think she's ignoring a lot of what upper management is trying to guide and direct her to do because they spent their money, they put their money in her, and she's just kind of like, I'm not happy with it. They're just not letting her be an artist. So yeah, let's see if we can get a bit more clarity on this death card, because that's no good. That's RCA comes up as death in reverse, just kind of like very stuck in their ways. Let's see here. And they happen to get don't get your feathers ruffled, inner calm, well-being, patience, deep breathing, compassion, the ideal. Yeah, I think they're married to an ideal for sure when it comes to their artists, the artists that they like to rather support and push. Let's see, let's get more clarity on why this Ten of Cups is here. Very interested in why this is. I feel like it's internal fighting, but let's see if my intuition is right. And then we have a bunch of cards again. So if the good Lord's willing and the creek don't rise, soul partnership, I said it was probably some internal fighting. And then we also have hotter than blue blazes, passion, sensuality, amorousness, chemistry, longing, instant crush. Normani wasn't rumored to have somebody like couple with anybody. I don't think. Only one I remember was I think it was like a basketball player. But I don't know if that was like a relationship or a situationship kind of thing. And then creek don't rise, treasured objective, determination. Yeah, I think she's definitely determined to get what she wants out of this, because she's like, I've been signed to y'all all these years. My fans ain't gonna be pulling me through the ringer, and I'm not delivering on what I said. I think I don't think she feels passionate about music right now. I think that's kind of like, I think she's getting away from that. Look, she got God don't like ugly, nastiness, clash, strife, resentment, argument, spite, grudge, revenge. I'm surprised she didn't come up as the Queen of Cups in reverse or the Queen of Wands, because typically that's kind of like the energy I feel like you get from a Queen of Cups. or a Queen of Wands, just kind of like lashing out and in anger. Um, but yeah, she's getting nastiness, clash, strife. I think yeah, that'll explain why the Ten of Cups is here. It is some internal strife that's going on, some internal struggle that she's just kind of like dealing with, and I think it has something to do with someone in upper management at RCA. I don't know. I don't think they're giving her the budget that she kind of. I don't know if it's the budget that she desires or the budget or kind of like the budget that she requires. Let me check this audio really quick. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. Okay, and then I have a couple of things coming out. So let's see here. We have immaculate imperfection. I think she's doing something that most artists do. They struggle with, how you create something like, okay, so I'll just think for myself, like, how you bake a cake or something like that and it didn't turn out the way you want, or you take it out too early and it deflates, or you put the icing on too early and it's melting off. I think things aren't turning out exactly the way she wants. Total freedom. She doesn't have total freedom to do what she wants. True will, and that's really what she wants. And sovereign equality. Yeah, all of this makes sense for me. I just feel like she doesn't. I think she is aware, and maybe RCA is aware, and maybe it's just a smart business decision of just kind of like, you can't give every artist the same kind of budget. I think there is some favoritism maybe in RCA of kind of like who they want to rep. I don't know if it's based on, it's always that politics behind the scenes when it comes to stuff like this, especially in Hollywood. I feel like it's even at your normal jobs. I don't know about anybody else. I work in marketing, so I know even with that, it comes with its own sets of rules and, favoritism and politicking moves that you have to do when you're messing around with certain individuals. So I think that's probably another thing that's kind of going on here with Normani. I'm going to kind of wipe this clean. I'm going to keep these off to the side. I kind of want to see where she's going direction-wise with her album. Let's see. Because it has to be something with the album why they're just kind of like giving her such a hard time, right? You would think. I wouldn't think it would be something else. I wouldn't think it would be something about her personal life because, all attention is good attention, right? All PR is good PR, as they say. Oh, that was way too many cards. That was a whole book. Uh-oh, so the Magician in reverse. Normani, what's going on, honey? Sorry if you hear the baby crying in the background. He's waking up from a nap, and he's not the happiest camper. Yeah, I think it is her creativity. I think it is that she's kind of like the underdog. I see what you mean, Dark Velvet. Yeah, it is something about her that people just naturally latch on to. Oh, and then I got two more to flip over. Yeah, she's getting all of these like block creative cards. Like she has the Magician, she has the Ace of Wands, and then she has the Ten of Wands. it's a creative block going on, and I don't know if it's from something going on in her personal life or if it's something that's been constantly going on because of everything that's been happening at RCA. But she's definitely having a creative block right now, or maybe like again, second guessing is like the phrase that keeps coming to mind. Okay, I'm dropping cards everywhere. Let's see. Are they trying to make her be something that she's not? Lipstick on a pig. Yeah, when I see lipstick on a pig, it just makes me think of like two-faced people, or somebody just pretending to be something they're not. It kind of gives me like imposter syndrome. You know what? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe she's feeling like she doesn't deserve where she is right now. Why is this Ace of Wands here? I don't know. This is kind of making me feel like she's probably creatively blocked because of a relationship. She got give me some sugar, but it comes up in reverse along with the Ace of Wands. If you're not familiar with tarot, usually when you see the Ace of Wands on things like that, you think of the Ace of Wands as kind of like the penis card, the sex card. Um, so I don't know if it's, again, it's just personally her passion is gone, or if it's from a physical attraction that went bad. Okay, got one more card here. I'll get around to it. What's the rush? Waiting, inspire action, only trust, relax to allow the flow. Yeah, I think she's. What I think, what's coming to mind for me, what I think is that maybe she started out on a project for a certain time and place that she was when she first got to RCA. I think now it's changed because she's in another portion in her life maybe, and none of the music that she did before or the projects she did before um, are probably like resonating with her anymore. And so now she's like, I want to take a totally different direction. And I think that's probably where the hang up is coming from with RCA. They like, you know, you kind of had it good going in this pop girl lane when she was kind of like doing motivation and things like that. Or was it? Yeah, it was motivation. I was thinking Kelly Rowland, but yeah, I think it's kind of like when she started doing stuff like the motivation and stuff like that, or when she was working, what's that song she did with Cardi B? Wild Ride, but that felt more like R&B. I think they kind of wanted her to go more of the pop girl lane, and she's like, no, but this is kind of like where I want to change things now. And because they're not kind of like giving her the freedom or the allowance to do that, they're kind of like butting heads. Yes, wild side. Yes, yes. I think that's what it is. Let's see. Can we get any more details? Oop, star-crossed. And you see where that landed on top of the romantic? I wonder if she's having some kind of industry fling or something. Did she mess with somebody mad at RCA or something? Is it somebody in the industry they don't want her to get involved with? Like roll of the dice kind of thing? Yeah, she took a gamble in here somewhere for sure. I just wanted y'all to see that how that flew out there like that. Okay, what's these other ones? Ooh, I gotta dig for a card. Let's see here. Um, dreaming layers, empowerment, discernment. This one rolled under the desk. Okay, so then we have misleading minds. If that don't speak to confusion, and then this kind of gives me a Sawan energy again, or like, yeah, it's giving like I'm really just not feeling empowered right now. I'm not able to do what I want. It kind of gives me like throwing a tantrum. I think she's doing a lot of what ifs. You know what? I agree, Dark Velvet. I do like Wild Side without Cardi B on it. I thought it did chart though. I thought I'm learning something new. I thought it charted, but I guess not. But it sounded good without Cardi B on it. I think right now Cardi, from from the looks of things, it seems like Cardi B is kind of like a do not touch, do not disturb kind of thing right now. So I'm even looking at how Glorilla's Yesterday 2 is dropping in the charts because she's like always performing it. Um, Hot Stuff hasn't really charted or did anything. What's another song Cardi B's did recently? Um, it just seems like a lot of stuff she's done recently is just not tracking. It's not keeping traction on the charts. So yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think right now Normani is going through a what if. She's stuck in her own head and it's keeping her stuck creatively as well. Yeah, and I think she just really wants to take a different direction. It's a different message she wants to send on this album that RCA is like, we don't approve. We're not gonna fund that. Let's see here. Let's get a deeper reading on RCA and what they're thinking with the industry because I think RCA is seeing something in the industry that maybe other people aren't paying attention to, or I would say at least the artists, because they're artists. They're supposed to create art. They're not looking at really the times and stuff like that. They may get influenced by it, but I think they may be looking at some other trends or another way that they're going. Sorry, just reading comments. Yeah, Wildside could have definitely did a 5 or a 1 because I mean, especially with like the Aaliyah sample that they use, like that's a good song. But you know that now that I say that, because it was probably an Aaliyah sample, some people probably felt a certain type of way, and maybe that was another reason why I probably didn't do too well. But that's all assumptions on my part. Let's see here. All right, all these cards trying to run out of here with RCA. Oh, yep, this makes totally absolute sense. 10 of coins. Where is this money going? Where is it gonna lead us? We're trying to build something here. We're trying to wrangle in all the children. 5 of swords in reverse. Putting away some things here. Okay. 4 of swords. They're binding their own selves here. And then the 8 of coins. RCA, you going through it, ain't you? Oh, wait, it was one more card. And look, it ends with the 10 of cups this time in reverse. I think a lot of their decisions, RCA's decisions, is coming back and shooting them in the foot. Because is that all fitting on screen for you all? Because I have the 10 of coins. So usually the 10 of coins and the 10 of cups is like the best cards to get when it comes to things like family groups, especially when it's in the upright. But this time, remember last time we first did a reading on RC and we were talking about the issues between them and Normani, the 10 of cups came up in the upright. But here this time, when we're just pulling for the energy around RCA, we're getting the 10 of cups in the reverse. So it's pretty interesting that that's happening, especially after the 8 of coins. So 8 of coins is kind of like when you feel like you've put in your all into things and it isn't paying off. Um, and you see how hard she's struggling. She's crying. She's trying to make these, stars out of this bramble. It's it's kind of like, they're literally trying to create stars. They're literally trying to create stars. I think it's something to be said about that. Um, yeah, that's pretty interesting. You're trying to make something fit that isn't working, and I think it's making everyone in the deal unhappy. I think RCA wanted something to go one way and it's going to end a totally different way because people aren't robots. They aren't machines. They, especially when again, when you're dealing with artists. Okay, pup, you gotta go outside. 1 second, you guys gotta let the dog out. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so yes, so they're literally trying to make stars. I think they're trying to make them in their own image. I think they're trying to force them to do certain things that they don't want to do. They're trying to probably put them in certain lanes or in certain genres, basically in boxes that they don't fit. And when you're dealing with artists, you just kind of like have to let them be. You know, that's how they create. That's part of the creative process. And I don't think they're letting them do it. And obviously, it's kind of like this makes me. I know it's a knife in the wolf's mouth, but it's kind of making me think of like open mouth insert foot. Like you're hurting yourself in the end because you say you're for the artist, but you're not really letting them do what they need to do. You pulled them in under the pretenses of that they can do what they need or what they want, and then you turn around and you're reneging on what you promised because they're trying to follow trends. Yeah, that also makes me think of. They're not trying to make TikTok stars, are they? It's kind of like what came to mind, but I hope not. Oh, no, nope. I did not want that to happen. And these cards just gonna do whatever. Okay, inform. What did I say? Open mouth, insert foot. And look, they've said something to these. Yeah, I think they were blowing smoke up people's butts. That's the best way I can put it. I think RCA was selling these artists, or Normani, at least I would say at least Normani. I think they was blowing smoke up her butt or selling false promises, and now they're kind of like they changing it. They which they're probably at they're probably at their I'm forgetting the word, but they're probably within their rights to do it because of contract purposes as well. So I was thinking about the Five of Swords when I got negative trance, and these are all dark cards. If anybody has the wild harmonic ones, these are usually like shadow things. As you can see here, say shadow of air, Five of Swords, um, negation trance. I think yeah, they were definitely thinking probably they could sell somebody on something, and it didn't turn out the way that they wanted for sure. I think they were hoping to pull the okey doke on her. Maybe that she probably would have been more malleable to what they wanted. And I don't think they're getting that. Let's see, is there anything else we can get on what RCA, the energies around RCA? Okay, then everything wanted to come out. So then we also have us in them. I feel like RCA do probably have that mentality for sure. We got body, wisdom. We have spectral maps. Again, stars coming up. I think they had a plan in mind that they wanted things to go, and now that plan is kind of backfiring. Talismanic access, heavy matters, and then that immaculate imperfection is coming up again. I think everyone involved had high hopes and dreams about something turned out a certain way, and it's not going that way because again you forget that people have emotions and their own thought processes on things, and I think RCA forgot that. And because truth be told, I hear it's also rumors around Doja Cat not liking some of the things that they do when it comes to her music. So Yeah, I'm not surprised. This is kind of like what you got. This sounds like these are like the cards I would expect to get when it comes to something like a big business like RCA and that label. So, yeah, this absolutely makes sense. And let's see. I would say the bonus one I want to pull on here isn't. I feel like, let me double check this though. I feel like Latto is part of RCA too. Sorry, you're gonna hear my loud clickety board. She is. So, yes. I want to see what they're gonna do with her because I hear she is flopping up the charts. So let's see. Were they trying to use Latto and Doja as kind of like their main label runners, the main stars here? Yeah, they were trying to make something out of her for sure, and it didn't happen that way. Oop, the puppers is barking. Did I have one flip over? I thought I did. No? Okay. So what is Darcy gonna do? And so then we have the Four of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Coins. They definitely were revoking on that money. The budget for her for sure. I think she was promising some stuff that she pretty much Latto was trying to cash a check. What was that? Write a check that she couldn't cash. Yes, I had to put it in the. I feel like that's what is going on here, and I think it's changing really quick because of everything that she's doing. These last few records that she's put out is kind of like not gaining the traction that they once thought or they thought it was going to get. The Four of Cups, yeah, I think they was definitely trying to hope it was going to be more than what it was coming out of this. While they're focusing on her, they're not paying attention to the people in the background that's actually supposed to be doing things. Let's see if we can get clarity. Oop. Here we go with that spectral map. Again, RCA always trying to make these makeshift artists, these robots, this, we had this kind of whole grandiose plan in mind that we were going to make for you. And because certain points weren't hit on this thing, we got to have to change shit around. We got to move some things around because it's not popping out the way we want. And then I got a bunch of cards now. No, her career hasn't been the same since the whole Nicki Minaj incident for sure. I think she forgot. It's kind of like she forgot the hand that feeds her because from what I understand, it seemed like a lot of Latto's fan base. Here's the thing. I feel all female rappers moving forward, if there was a word to the wise that I could say, I think all female rappers need to be careful on how they maneuver when it comes to Nicki Minaj because she has a very loyal and rabid fan base. And so once you mess with the queen, it's kind of like everything else is gonna you're asking for the ire, okay? Basically. Holistic synergy. It's a whole lot of hands in her career, I feel. I'm not gonna say the word allegedly. I say there's been a lot of behind the scene deals. I'll say that allegedly. Intuitive navigation. Remember, we're talking about spectral maps. They were trying to lead her somewhere, and it's not coming out that way. Ceaseless beginnings. I don't think she has much longer unless she changes things. Currently, right now, of March 17, 2023, I think if Latto don't, if there isn't some drastic changes made with Latto's career, I don't know if it's maybe her attitude, maybe she needs another rebranding. I don't know if it's something about maybe she needs to change her music, maybe she need to do a public apology, whatever the case may be. I think if some drastic actions, measures isn't taken, I think she's gonna find herself in the boat next to Normani for sure. Yeah, let's see. We're just gonna do. If 3 cards come out, we're gonna roll with it. But I want to see kind of like where RCA is with her right now. Well, sorry, not with RCA, because this is where RCA is with her right now. But I want to see where Latto is. Let's see. Page of Wands. She's starting to lose steam. And the Empress. Yeah, I bet she is a praying woman right now. That's what I thought as soon as I seen this Empress. She's definitely hoping some stuff shake up for sure. I think, I don't know why like mentor kind of came to mind too. I think Latto is looking for a lifeline essentially. And I don't know if it's in the hands of a mentor, but yeah. Oh, here we go with these dice again. Here we go. The dice came out again, star-crossed. Latto, she literally took a gamble. She didn't change her name to Big Latto. She took a gamble. Hidden allies, yeah. Look, didn't I say it feels like she's looking for a lifeline right now? And then misleading mind. Is someone in the background? So remember we had, what was this one? I think it was this one. It's a whole lot of hands in her career. I think one of the hands led her astray. And then she got the same thing Normani got with the total freedom. I think she's looking for another way out of this too. I think she's also thinking about like if I would have went right instead of going left at this certain point in my career, I think I would be much farther along. Yeah, I definitely think she's looking for some kind of hidden ally in the industry. I don't know if it's somebody at the label or maybe it's speaking to like a collaboration. Maybe she's even thinking about doing a career change. Again, maybe that rebranding. I don't know if it's something with kind of like making amends. Maybe. It could be any one of those things. Let's see here. Misleading mind. I kind of want more on this one. That's not. Or you know what? No. Let's see what this hidden ally is. Oop, not all those cards. Is she seeking for compassion? Do she feel like she's being unfairly treated? I'm sorry. This kind of reads like I probably need to remove my own emotions out of this, but right now it just kind of feels like people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. This is pretty much what I have. I don't know what else to say. Sorry, you kind of did that to yourself. She really kind of did that to herself, and now she's kind of like crying for help. Oop, and let's see here. Temperance. Yeah, there's some balance that need to be coming in. It's funny with this one because it also has like, I don't know if you see like the gourd and the lotus and the beads. I think she's the bell. I think she's looking at her other options for sure. Who she probably can cross the aisle with, so to speak. It's still a lot of hands in this, like multiple directions. You know, the goddess with all the hands. She has this one with the hands, this with the hands. The masterminds in the background with RCA. She has the chains. What else in here? Prayer hands kind of thing. Like there's a lot of hands in her career, and I think she's kind of like lost sight of exactly what she came in here to do or who she is. I think she's having like an identity crisis, if you ask me. That's kind of like how it reads. She's lost her way, and I think she needs a minute to kind of like center and go back. Yeah, I can see Dark Velvet. I can see Latto probably getting into acting. Just don't do BMF. I'll comment on that another day. I just don't let it be BMF. I could definitely see her doing something with acting, but I hope it's something that's actually going to show her acting chops. Um, she's good at. Let me not say that. I would say I think she's good at putting on a performance, and I think she needs that freedom to do it, that lane to do so. So I hope it's something that she actually can, put herself to work on. She can show the um the expansiveness of her acting toolbox, so to speak. Um, so yeah, I hope so. After all these years, because well, she's been in. Well, I'm gonna say she's been in the industry, but at least like my first time being introduced to Lotto was on what was that show with JD where it was like the rapping kids, but like she was really good on that. I believe she even won that season. So yeah, it's just kind of like she probably needs something where she can actually show her acting job. She's been on TV for the longest. She's not new to the world of Hollywood, so I feel like it's fitting. Like she can do it. I think it'll be fine. But I think she definitely needs. There's some changes that need to go on behind the scenes with her for sure, and I think there's a lot of like butt kissing probably that she needs to do because she's about to find herself out the door, basically. Let's see here. Should I pull? So I guess I'll leave this up to you guys. And for the last few minutes, should I pull anything on Doja Cat, or should we just wrap it up and leave it there? Let me go on Twitch to make sure. Let me just do. Yeah, we're gonna do 3 cards for Doja Cat. Let's see. Since this is all under RCA, let's just go ahead and do it. Let's refresh this energy here. Okay. Let's pull a card for Doja and then one for RCA, and then we're gonna do one for the energies between them. And I'm dropping all the cards, trying to pick them up with these nails. Okay. Okay, well, tell me more. What weird behavior? What? Okay, first of all, Doja Cat is weird as it is, but what additional weird behavior is she doing? I thought the eyebrow shaping the eyebrows and the head was. I felt like that was right up her alley. Let's see here. Oop. Oop. That don't look too good. Not for Doja. Did I drop anything else? Okay. So this is what I got. So this is RCA. And here's the energy between them. Are they trying to... What are they switching on? Doja has a tower moment coming up. I don't know if this is because this will be her fourth studio album, right? So I don't know if it's a thing. You know, they always have like, or it's a belief in the industry of kind of like that fourth album curse. You hear about everybody's fourth album when it comes out, it doesn't do or it doesn't chart as well as their previous album. I don't know if that's kind of like the Tower moment. I don't know if it's a scandal that's probably going to come up. I don't know if it's some maybe some action she's going to do. That's pretty interesting. I'm interested in why RCA is coming up as the page of coins here. This is pretty. Page of coins. RCA always coming up with some money. They always coming up as the coin somewhere. Hold on. Do not need all of these. Sorry. Can I get one card, please? Here we go with this magician again. In reverse. Okay, so I don't know. To me, it's steady going back to the thing of like they're trying to lead her on some kind of path, some creative lane, some guide, some kind of guidance, some kind of input, and she's like, I don't want to do it. She's being stubborn. I don't know, is Doja kind of feeling herself maybe? She's like, okay, look, I ain't new to this. I'm true to this kind of thing. And I just noticed, so the mice is coming up on the pumpkin and stuff. It kind of makes me feel like RCA is trying to get the breadcrumbs. I think they're trying to get all the money that they can off of her. They're trying to reap what they can, and they're gonna leave her out to dry. I don't know. That's kind of like what that feels like, what it seems like. Because even on this, you got a girl feeding some stags, I guess you can say. So it's pretty interesting. Okay, let's see. Let's get more information on why this magician is coming up in reverse here. Can I get one card for why this magician is in reverse here? Oop. Bump on the log. Let's get around to it. Yeah, they're definitely not feeling interested in her right now. They definitely are wanting to slow down. Maybe they're trying to do a thing kind of like what they did with T-Pain during his career, where what was that, like his second album when he came out, when that came out, and then he had all these features, and it was like you couldn't get away from T-Pain if you wanted to, because he was on every freaking song that you could think of when you turned on the radio, and it was like he was oversaturated. And I wonder if that's kind of like what they think is going on with her. Maybe they're trying to make sure she has some longevity in a career, and they're trying to like shelve her maybe to focus on somebody else. Maybe it could be Latto. But yeah, I think they're trying to like shelve her, and she's kind of like, no, I want to do this. I want to do this. I feel like right now, I don't know why emails came to mind. I feel like right now, Doja Cat's manager is kind of like emailing them, like, this is the update that we're doing, and she's doing this, and they're just like not responding. Stomping grounds, yeah. Origin, nostalgia, memories, tradition, tribute, visit, past connection. There's something in her past that she kind of wants to focus on or write about, maybe. Or that's going to be the inspiration for this new album that she's trying to do for her fourth album. And maybe that could be a reason why it's going to tank, because people probably don't want to get all mushy and hear that. But I don't know. Is she trying to... So I do want to go back to this too, because tribute is also on here. So I wonder if it's somebody's a previous artist's style or era that she's trying to mimic for this new album as well. Is SZA on RCA? That would be pretty interesting. That puts a whole new spin on it if that's the case, because she is pretty big right now. I love that album, by the way. I play SOS frequently, heavy rotation. And they'll explain why the Eight of Wands is here too. They're definitely feeling stale with her. I just realized, yeah, the Eight of Wands and it's in reverse. Usually, Eight of Wands means things is rushing in. Right now, they're kind of pulling back. They got bumped on a log. I'll get around to it. They're really feeling stale on it. Why does this soul partnership or resonance keeps coming up for the energies between them and their artists? I hope it's not no weird Hollywood thing of kind of like they're trying to do. I don't know if it's a thing of kind of like they're trying to do a PR relationship. I don't know if it's a thing of kind of like you know how they say in Hollyweird, you have people with underlying um, underlying fetishes. I don't know if that's kind of like what this is, or if this is a thing of kind of like the partnership is just not there anymore. Blowing off steam, rebellion. So, do they feel like Doja is being rebellious right now? Because I got three sheets to the wind, which speaks to rebelliousness, rebellion, merriment, and overindulgence, escape. But it did come up in reverse. So, I wonder if it's kind of like they feel like she's really leaning into. I think they kind of feel like they treat her like the black sheep of the family, the bad child in the family. I wonder if that's kind of like the energy there. They're kind of like, okay, Doja, we're gonna put you in timeout for a minute until you decide you wanna play ball. You wanna. This has come up through the entire thing, immaculate perfection. And I got these two same cards. I'm gonna pick this up though. No, we going I shuffled this. I keep getting the same cards. I know I shuffled this. Okay, let's try this again. A lot of hands. Here we go again. RCA is getting a lot of the same things here. Okay, now we got some different ones. Oh, something hiding up underneath here. Original wakefulness. So definitely somebody is watching. Not worthy. I don't think they think she's worthy of their time. Tantric trust. Hmm. Spiral time. That definitely makes me think of the tower energy. Wise crafts. And then also deeper self. Okay. So yeah, okay. So there's definitely a lot of hands in Doja's career. I feel like the spiral time, I think that is speaking to Doja, kind of like say these two together or these three. The spiral time, the wise craft, and deeper self. I think that is her creative journey right now for this upcoming project, or kind of like what she's working on right now. I think she's kind of just letting herself fall apart, or I guess kind of probably come together. She's probably in some like dark night of the soul kind of thing, and she's like, I'm writing from this space right now, because she's definitely spoken quite frequently about how much she don't like fame now, even though that's what she's always wanted. So I wonder if that's kind of like what's going on with her. This definitely speaks to RCA. It could be all the and not just hands isn't like it's a bad thing, but it could just be like to the managers, the producers. It could speak to the other artists that's in here. It could speak to the management. It could speak to the administrators or whatever. This all at RCA. I think it's just a multiple hands, and I think it's some things that's kind of like get lost in the sauce because it has to pass through so many people. The not worthy, I feel like this art more so RCA's energy of just kind of like not feeling like she's worth the time right now. Again, going back to maybe we need to shelve her. I do think because they show the gavels here, it makes me think of law. I think they probably are punishing her for something she's probably done, whether it was publicly or something behind the scenes. I think they are punishing her for that. So I think they're kind of like stay to the side. Yes, they're watching to see how she's gonna do. And tantric trust. I mean, it's kind of you ever heard of that saying, kind of like trust people are going to do something but then verify it. I think they've delivered her an ultimatum, and they're going to see how she's going to respond, what she's going to do with it. I think they've given her a rope, and they're like, okay, are you either going to use it to string yourself up with, or are you going to use it to escape? It's up to you. We're giving you the tools on how to get out this room, or to get out this space that you're in, or maybe out of this contract, or how to work with us moving forward. It's up to you on whether how you use it. Do you want to use the pen, or do you want to use the sword? Which one is it? I think that's kind of like RCA's energy for her right now. Yeah, they're definitely treating her like a petulant child or like a crybaby for sure. Yeah, that's kind of like the energy I'm getting. So I don't have anything else on this. I'm not getting anything else on this. I'm gonna leave it there. I think I did all the readings I can on this. We did Latto, Normani, and Doja. Scene. I don't really care to tap into the whole Chris Brown thing right now. But yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. I wonder if that's kind of also part of the thing with the infighting. It's a lot of like big women at the label right now, and I think it makes for an interesting stew. I would say that it makes for interesting meetings when you have all of these big personalities, um, and people who are probably more deserving than others that are getting looked over because of, because allegedly RCA is colorist. They're pushing people like Latto, who's tanking right now and putting all this money in her, and here you have Normani, who's as talented and as beautiful as she is, but she's a black woman. So who knows? I feel like all of that could be playing a role into it for sure. But yeah, that's what we have with. That's where we're ending with RCA and Normani and Doja and all of them. Lotto. Definitely wish all of them luck. Everyone comes out happy. I don't know how I feel about saying that with RCA because it's a business, but definitely the women come out of the situation happy and whole and healthy and in a new direction with their career. Um, yeah, I have nothing else to add. So with that, I am just gonna say thank you all for coming, for tuning in, for watching the video, and for giving me all the information because I was definitely blanking on a few things. But I will be streaming again. I'll be going live next week on the 22nd. I think that is. Is that what I said? The 22nd. Yep, on the 22nd, I'll be doing monthly readings. So if you want to come back, I usually do it for moon, sun, and rising signs. I know some people also like to look at things like their north node and Venus, but if it resonates with you, it resonates with you. Take it or leave it. But I'll be doing the monthly reading for the month of April for all signs. I'll be breaking it down. I'm going to try to keep them to 20 minutes apiece, so I'm not on here for 15 hours trying to get through every sign. And with that, I wish you all have a great night, and I will see you all in the next stream. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, thanks for tuning in with Lotus Mage. Bye.